At present, there are more than 60 skyscrapers in Phnom Penh, and the ever-growing skyline of Phnom Penh has boosted the skybar industry. Tonight, we will have an exclusive interview with the General Manager of Eclipse Skybar, Adam Damos, and the Associate Director of CBRE, James Hodge, to explore how the growing number of skyscrapers and skybars are transforming the Phnom Penh skyline. The best way to get a glimpse of Phnom Penh, Cambodia's capital city, is to go to the skybar. Beside the romantic sunset and the fantastic night view, you can also see the rapid development of the city. Skybar is always regarded as the symbol of modernization to city nightlife. Just now, there are more than 60 skyscrapers in Phnom Penh. The highest one is the Gold Tower Phnom Penh, with a height of 211.5 meters. The second highest is Watanabe Capital Tower, with a height of 188 meters. The well-known OCIC Tower is 118 meters high. The ever-growing skyline Phnom Penh has boosted the skybar industry. The Eclipse Skybar is one of the most successful skybars in Phnom Penh, which opened in 2012. It is located on the 23rd floor of the Phnom Penh Tower. Eclipse Skybar is a popular bar on the TripAdvisor and has also won the Best Skybar of the Year Choice Award in 2014. This March, Eclipse 2 launched its grand opening, started the new generation skybar of Phnom Penh. Why has the Eclipse been so successful? Tonight, Fortune Express will exclusively interview the General Manager of Eclipse, Adam Damos, to explore how the growing number of skyscrapers and skybars are transforming the Phnom Penh skyline. Now let's turn to our outdoor interview conducted by our MC, Mr. Rowe.
Thank you, Vishna. My name is Rowe, and I am here on the 19th floor of the Keystone Building, Eclipse Terrace Bar, brand new location. If you take a look behind me here, you'll see Independence Monument. And we're not too far away from Gokbek. Many different restaurants and buildings developing in this area, BKK1. We also have, to the left side, we have the Mekong River, Basak Lane, and over here we have Royal Palace and Central Market. Please come and join us here at Eclipse Terrace Bar. Adam, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Thank you for having me. I'm from the U.S., originally Seattle, and I'm 33 years old, now in Cambodia for 7 years.
Could you tell us a little bit about Eclipse and how the Eclipse name came about, if you know?
So I came on board Eclipse a few months after it opened, back in late 2012. I started in March the year after, and so now we're 6.5, almost 7 years old. We're 6.5 years old, and it started with an idea with the view, you know, just being able to watch the city of Phnom Penh grow, and we were at a perfect location at that moment to create something special where people could come up and just see the city. So now we're up at our second location, different side of the city, but I think also a pretty special view, and that's what it comes down to, people being able to come up and see the city. Can
you just elaborate a little bit why another Eclipse? We have one over here right behind us. If you can take a look, it's a beautiful one.
Yeah, across the city over there, Prince Phnom Penh Tower. So now we're at Keystone Building on Norodom. So the two main boulevards in Phnom Penh, Monivong and now on Norodom. There was really a demand by our customers to, you know, open a new one, but the demand was so high daily that we saw a necessity and just an opening in the market for our guests in particular, to open a second location and offer a different view, slightly different menu and some different options. The demand was there, so we'd been looking for 3 years to find a location.
Why do you think Eclipse Bar, Sky Bar, and now Terrace Bar is so popular here in Phnom Penh?
What we have tried to do is really just focus on the city, the view, Phnom Penh's continual growth, the spending power of locals, and their desire to find something special. You know, for their families, for their friends, for their special events. Eclipse really, I think, has fulfilled that need. It's a bit of escapism by people living in Phnom Penh. You want to get away from some of the noise and the hustle and bustle of the city, the traffic jams, and get up here where you just have a nice cocktail and a bit of food with your family or friends.
Yeah. As I can imagine, it must be very difficult to run a successful Skybar, especially here in Phnom Penh. What are the key factors in running a successful Skybar?
The planning stages from before we even opened lent itself to a bit of an easier job, I guess you could say. There are difficulties every day and different aspects of running food and beverage operation with customers and clients, different demands from different cultures. But our planning stages that have led us here really helped fulfill the needs of our guests for seating, for view, for what they really come for is the view. And if we're able to give them some high quality food and beverage along with that and give them a night to remember, that's what we want to do. Our slogan is experience the city, remember the night. We want them to really take in the city that is theirs for the local Cambodians, the tourists who are coming up here for the first time to see an amazing city, and then just make some memories.
So let's talk about location then. I know Eclipse stands for the view. Right? We want people to have a great experience and enjoy the view.
Yeah.
How about location? What landed you to come to Keystone, this location, this BKK?
It was really once we found this building on Norodom, just south of Independence, it was kind of a cool mirror with the two boulevards with Norodom here and then up on Monivong. We're so close looking down over Independence Monument. You can see the Royal Palace, the view, of course, parking. You know, we have some great underground parking. We don't have just 5 spots on the street. We're just directly across from BKK. Tonle Basak, or Basak Lane is just right down here, near Naga, right, right in the center here.
I'm also from the United States, and we know the United States is a bar culture, and the hospitality over there is pretty good. My next question to you is the staff there. Do you guys bring an international staff in? And if you do, recruit from other countries, what countries do you go to?
Currently I'm, at this location I'm the only one, and for the last 6 years, long term, I've been the only foreign expat working at Eclipse. We do have a new manager for the Skybar location from Hong Kong, so we're expanding that international base a little bit for our team. But the last 6 or so years, it's been me together with the owner group. What
are some special events, Eclipse Skybar, over there in Monivong? What kind of events have you launched, and what kind of special events do you expect to launch here at Eclipse Terrace Spa?
Yeah, at the old location, over the years, we did several launches for different products and companies, corporate events. Here, we've done several functions in the last couple of weeks for a large bank, 150 up here for an annual staff party. We plan, as we come to the rainy season, do a few more small events. And then we are opening our indoor space. So try to focus more on private indoor events and product launches, birthday parties. And then toward the end of the year, we've got the big ones. We've got Halloween, we've got Water Festival. Christmas is a huge one in Cambodia now. And then coming into New Year. New Year's Eve is always the pinnacle, the cap of the year. We always throw a really good party.
Who are the target customers that come to Eclipse? We have locals, we have foreigners.
It's kind of shifted over the years. We first opened and we had a few foreigners here, Western foreigners coming up. And then it kind of transitioned to more of a, high-class local place. So mostly Cambodian, middle class, wanting to come up and bring their families, have a good night, their friends, university students coming up and sharing blue margaritas. So it shifted to mostly Cambodian, and it's been like that for the last 5 or so years. But now we're seeing many more Asian tourists coming to Cambodia with Chinese, Korean, Japanese. So we're seeing quite an influx in that at the original location Skybar. Now at Terrace as well, it's kind of, what percentage? I would say 70-80% Cambodian still. Yeah. And then the rest kind of fill in the gap throughout Asian countries and European. That's what we focus on. I mean, you can say bread and butter, but that's also our pride. Yeah. We really want the Cambodian people to be able to come up here, see their beautiful city, and share it with us.
Why does a sky bar become more and more popular in Phnom Penh?
As the city grows, we get all these big condos and skyscrapers coming up. The owners want to do something with the rooftop. Yeah. The city view is becoming more and more spectacular. A few years ago, I think, have customers walking up to the rooftop and saying, "Oh my God!" Now we're really, "Oh my God!" Yeah. The city has expanded, and yeah, beautiful. You still got Independence Monument here. You've got BKK growing massively. That's why the view of the city is just fantastic. And if you've got a high rooftop, put something up there. Yeah. And if you can do it better, food and beverage. What we've been able to do, myself with the team, is really connect with our guests, whether there's an issue with food or beverage or parking, like you said. We talk directly to them. We sit down and find out what the issue is, or what's going well, right. And we continue and practice that stronger. I think that's been our strongest point as a company, my staff and myself, really being able to get return customers. If somebody has an issue, we don't ever want them to go away unhappy. We'll fix it, we'll work it out, we'll find a way to make it better.
We have Eclipse Skybar, we have Eclipse Terrace Bar. Okay. Are there going to be any other branches opening up, you think, in the near future, maybe in Sihanouk or Siem Reap?
Sihanoukville also is just booming like crazy with lots of foreign investment, as we all know. But currently we're just working on making this one perfect, or as close to as possible. So we've been open here for 7 weeks, and we're pushing forward. We're trying to make this as great of a nightly experience for our guests as possible. Try to attract more and more people up here. There's a lot more competition now. As there are many sky bars and many restaurants and bars in Phnom Penh now, some of them are on top of condos, some are on top of big skyscrapers at Diamond Island. We chose this one, and I think it makes a difference. It's an office building only, no retail, no other food and beverage. Because of the time, we're a sky bar. The building in general empties out 5-6 p.m., but also parking. Retail and some other locations, condos, we don't want to disrupt tenants, so having an office building with extra parking for our guests is a huge added bonus.
How long have you been in Cambodia, in Phnom Penh?
Just over 7 years, and loving it since. One thing I consistently am reminded of, and because people ask me almost daily, why do you stay here so long, or why are you still here? And at one point I had to figure out why, and I think it's because I've been able to work at Eclipse on at the Sky Bar for several years, and now at Terrace, and just see everything change. If the city hadn't grown and the streets hadn't improved and a lot of infrastructure and facilities and restaurants and bars coming up, if that hadn't improved over the last 7 years, I probably would have left. But it's like every week or something's coming up, something new opens. Services are a bit better, flights are more consistent.
In here, surrounded by glass panels, this award-winning venue features an al fresco setting, ample chairs, seats, and tables. We have an elevated VIP booth with a futuristic bar for its centerpiece. It is absolutely amazing, elegant, and beautiful. Eclipse, a prominent hangout spot for affluent locals and expats. You can catch live band performances at 9 p.m. onward. Also, you can catch a live international DJ set on certain occasions such as celebrations and special holidays.
Welcome back to Fortune Express. Has the ever-growing skyline of Phnom Penh boosted the skybar industry? Where is the best place to invest a skybar in Phnom Penh? Next issue, we will talk exclusively with the Associate Director of CBRE, Mr. James Hodge, about skybar investment opportunity in Phnom Penh.
We have seen many skybar rising in Phnom Penh. So, according to you, what's the best to start up a skybar?
Well, the best place for sky bars is usually somewhere that's accessible to both residents and to tourists. So we find still the central districts are the places to be, in particular Cham Kau Mon and Phnom Penh. So riverside or areas with riverside views are really great places for skybars. But equally, anywhere with a particularly good cityscape view. So generally the more dense areas of the city.
How about the cost to start up the skybars?
Sure.
The kind of class, it means like class A, class B, or class C.
Yeah.
And so can you tell the price for the some businessmen who want to run the skybar?
So setting up a skybar, a professional skybar, is not cheap. It's quite an expensive venture, especially if you deliver something of the quality of an area like Eclipse. So they have very high design and a lot of investment in order to develop that sort of skybar. For a mid-range or lower-end version, of course, the amount of investment can be cheaper, so they make fewer changes and do a simpler design, but at least upwards of 50,000 US, and usually significantly more for fit-out of Skybar.
Thanks for watching. Please stay tuned with us for the next episode. Follow our Facebook page, Fortune Express.